Welcome back, guys. So now let's create a simple calculator that can be used to add, subtract, multiply and divide two numbers. So we have this input for the first number with an ID of first number, and this input for our second number with an ID of second number. We have this button to add, this to subtract, this to multiply, and this to divide, and we'll simply display our answer in this span tag. So if I open, we have this simple calculator design. So this for our first number, our second number, this for addition, minus, product and divide, and our answer will be displayed here. So let's open our JavaScript file and create something. So sorry for this. So now we have to create two variables for our first number and our second number. So by default, you set it equals to an empty string. So you have our first number and our second number. So let's grab the values from the input and display them here and set our first number and our second number. So we target our first number input, then we add an event listener, and it's a change event. Then we have our callback, and we use the E. We use the E to target the element, and we want the value. So now we set our first number, our first number to be equals to that value, but the value will be a string rather than a number. So since it will be a string, we have to cut this. Then we use the parse int to change it from a string to a number. So we use this parse int, then we simply paste this here. It will change it from a string to a number. So we copy this, that's for our first number, then we bring it down to grab our second number. So now our second number over here should be equals to our second number input value. So now we have our first and our second number. So let's handle the addition first. So let me just copy this. Then I handle the add. Let me check the ID first. So it's add, and I'll add an event listener, and the event there is a click event. Then we have our callback over here. Then we check if the first number is equals to an empty string or our second number is equals to an empty string. That means the user haven't typed anything. So we simply alert a message saying make sure to type your numbers, else the user have typed something. Let's just alert a message. Let's alert our first number and our second number for the user. So we simply alert first number. So we set, sorry for that. So now we'll simply display our first number. Let me concatenate this well. Let me concatenate this again. So I'll say second number. We'll have our second number over here. So if I save and I simple refresh, so if I try to add, we get, make sure to type your numbers. If I put a number here, put a number here for our second number. So we have our first number 5 and second number 8. So we simply remove this. Then we target this element, the answer element. So we use the document.query selector. Let me just copy it so that I'll not waste much time. Then it's answer. Then we set the inner HTML to equals to our first number plus our second number. So let me just save this and let me input this and I'll add. We'll get 8. So that's for our addition. So I'll simply copy the addition over here, then I'll bring it down and I'll change this to subtract. So in subtract, we simply change the sign to minus. So we'll change this to multiply and it's product. So the ID there is product. So product. So I simple come and I put this for our product, and we have our divide. Simple divide. So let's save. So we have our first number over here, and we have our second number. So 13 plus 10 and it's 23. So if I add, we get 23. So if I minus, we get 3. If I multiply, we get 130. And if I divide, we get 1.3. So guys, that's how to create a simple calculator with JavaScript.